Alright, so I'm going to show you how to just set up a page and how you can use the Divi builder to actually build out a page. It's really quite simple. So I already have like set up the home page, but you can actually go in, and after I show you what to do, you can actually go in and just fiddle around with that and start building that out. But I'll just start a new page for you. So first, you just click Add New Page. I'm sure you already know how to do that. You're going to want to give it a title. So for this, I'm just going to say Test Page at the top here, and you can just hit Publish, and the page is now live. What you're going to want to do, instead of using the default editor right here, the WordPress default editor, you're going to want to use the Divi builder. So click on that. And once that comes up, you hit once you click the use Divi builder, it's going to give you 3 different options. So you're going to use build from scratch, choose a pre-made layout, which you can actually browse layouts and choose from those and just use those as a starting point, or you can clone an existing page. So basically, if you have a page that's already laid out and you want to build a page similar to it, and you might just want to change or tweak certain little things on a page, you can actually clone a page that's already existing. It's pretty time. It saves you a lot of time in the long run. For this one, I'm going to show you how to build a page from scratch. So click Start Building, and the first thing that you're going to do is when you come up here, you'll see this thing that says Insert Row. So in this module here, there's different options. So this is a full width row. This could be 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 column row, and these are all the different layout options. So say for instance you just want like a banner ad or a banner, you full width row. You just click on that, and basically now all these modules will come up. So what do you want to use? So say for instance we wanted a slider for the top. I would pick on slider, and inside of the slider settings, it gives you all these different modules. Now you can add a slider, and if you click on the gear here, you can actually change the text. You can change the button text. And basically what you got to do is just click through each one, and you can change the text here. You can link that button. And then that would be that top row, or the top portion there would just be like sliders for you. So now if you want to add more below this, what you're going to do is click on this little blue plus sign here to add a new section. And it's going to ask you what kind of section do you want to add. Do you want to add a regular section, full width specialty section, which I never use. I've never have used it. I only ever used a regular or full width. Full width is usually for it. So full width basically stretches across the whole entire page, versus this here is actually just a regular section. So you can just go full width, and now the full width section, you can do a full width slider, a full width post slider, full width header. So we'll do a full width header, and as you can see, it inserts it there for you. Now to fix all this, actually what you could do, I would, you can actually rearrange this as it goes. So if you grab this and push this up, oh jeez, it's not gonna work now. Let's see. You should be able to move this above that. Maybe not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just delete that out. So this will give you the full width header at the top. And to customize it, same thing. You'll click inside the gear. This will give you the title for your full width header. So you can change the title. Hello, I'm Dre Ripple. And for subheading text, let's see if that will drop in text below the actual text itself. And then you can put in a little short paragraph about yourself. Hi, I'm Dre. Blah 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 blah. Save that out. Alright, so you can insert, if you click on this little gear icon all the way to the far left, the section settings, this will actually give you the options to change this. You can change the background color, for instance. So say, for instance, I wanted that yellow background color. Or if I wanted a photo instead of the color. Actually, so we'll click in, you can add a background image. I'll just upload any file for now, just to show you how it works. Now it's not showing up here, I believe, because the background color here, so we'll just get rid of that background. And as you can see, I just reduced the opacity completely. It's giving me that image. And you can actually pull this down, play with the height of it, of the image itself. So see how I'm pulling this down now, and it's actually working as just a landing page. You can actually resize it. If you go back into this gear icon here, background cover, you could fit it. Usually I just keep it on cover. Alright, so that looks like that's okay for like just an image, for instance, whatever image you wanted to use. I'll save that out. Now, if you want stuff underneath of it, you just click this little plus icon. You'll start a regular section again, and say I wanted a 3-column section underneath of that. I'll pick a 3-column section, and you'll see now it broke the page up into three different columns here. So I can literally add a different module to each one. I can add, I don't know, say for instance I wanted to add a contact form in that one. Click on that, and it actually adds a contact form for you right there. Say for instance I wanted to add like a blurb section there. Could just click on the blurb, and that gives me a blurb setting, a blurb section. So you could literally use that 3-column section however you want. You can build an image gallery. And let's see how the design goes. Layout. For a gallery, if you wanted to do a gallery, I'm going to delete this out. I'm going to show you one of the cool things here. So for a gallery, what I would do usually is just click this plus sign again, start a new section, regular section, and I would use a full column. Ooh. Use a full column, and then what you can do is add that module. See, if you click that little gray button here, shoot. Click the little gray button here and add gallery. Now you can see it's got 4 different image galleries across here, and you can actually just go in actually moved it to the top. I didn't want to do that, but okay. So you can actually go in and change the photos, so add gallery images. You can actually change the actual number of images that you want to show. So say for instance, so it's 4 images per row right here, but you can actually do, say for instance you wanted 6. Oh, 56, that's not good. 6. Let's see how that would work here. So it looks like it'll do 4 across, and then you could actually do a slider or a grid. Grid would be just for that. I would just leave this at 4 per page. But you can actually go in and change all this, so you could show title and page caption. So if you didn't want the captions and you just wanted the thumbnails themselves, show pagination. Pagination, I believe, would be like the number of pages. So if you have a gallery image gallery with up to I don't know, using all 4, and then but you had 5, it would give you the numbers, so you could click page 1, page 2. In this case, if you're just doing a gallery with just the thumbnails themselves, what I would do is I would actually just do like 8 images, for instance, on that first page. And then what you'll do is just, once you make your changes to the page, you just save it out here at the bottom. And what you can do is go in and view dashboard, or I would actually just exit the visual builder, and then you can see how it looks here. So when you click in, it's actually giving you large thumbnails. Let's see. So if you want to go back in to make more edits, you would just click up here, enable visual builder again, and that will load up the Divi builder again for you. Now you can add another row if you wanted to. For instance, actually there's one row here underneath, but I'll just show you here. So say for instance you wanted to add, you have this 3-column row here, and you wanted to add another row beneath it. You can just add a new row and add exactly what you want in there. Do you want a call to action, contact form? It gives you all these different options of stuff that you can put in. Sidebar, testimonials, a video slider. Let's do like a I don't know, call to action. See, and then it'll insert the call to action in that row right underneath it here. And you can actually just keep adding modules in too. So say for instance this call to action doesn't have a button, and you wanted to add a button into that, you could just click this little gray thing here, just add a new module, click on the button, and it adds a button for you right there. You can change the button text. You can actually go in and style the button. If you click design, it gives you all these different options. So you can align the button. So if you wanted to align the button to the center, it'll put it smack dab right in the center. You can do the button text. Use custom styles for the button. Yes. So if I wanted to reduce the size of the button, I can do that here. Just doing this with the slider. Button text color. If I wanted to change the color of the text to red, I could do that. If I wanted to add a background color, I could do that too. And then you just save the changes. Anytime you make a change, you're just going to click the green check mark. So this is basically how you lay out a page. You'll just keep adding rows or sections. Alright, so let's add in, we're not going to add a row, we're going to add a new section here. Let's add another full width section. And let's say, what do we want here? I don't know, full width slider. You scroll down, you'll see that there's actually a slider here. And you can actually go in and edit. You can add up to 3 or 4 or 5 slides, however many slides you want. You just click this add new slide. And then each time if you had to make edits, you just click the gear of whatever slide it is. Slide 1. I can click in this gear here. Slide 2. Slide 3. And that's how you would edit the text or whatever's in it. The design, let's see here. So The design for the colors here, we would have to actually go in each individual slide, I believe, and just get rid of the color, background color. Make it transparent. But what you can do is just add the background image instead. And then it'll stretch that image all the way across the slide. You can fit it. I usually use cover if it's a full width background. Full width slider, I will always use cover because it spreads out across the whole entire page itself. So this is basically how you are going to build out the site, build out the pages. It's fairly simple. I believe what you can do too for this gallery is you can actually link these somehow. Maybe not. You could probably work on HTML or CSS and have it do different things as they pop out. Like link to different pages. I'm sure you can do that somehow. I would have to play around with it and figure it out. But basically this is how you lay out pages and how you you know, lay out your pages and build them out. It's really simple. I'll show you again here. So I'm going to add another section. Let's just add a regular section this time below this one. And let's say we want a, I don't know, 4-column section with blurbs underneath. So there you go. You have the four columns underneath. And then you click these little gray arrows, and then what that does is it gives you the option of adding what you want underneath. So I'll add blurbs to each one. Now say for instance here, and I say, well, I just put in blurbs, but I want like a button underneath each blurb. Then what you can do is just click this little arrow here, add new module, and that'll bring this back up again. You can add a button. See, and it puts the button right underneath. Same thing here. Pretty easy to build out pages this way, and it's quick, and you don't really need a whole lot of code involved. It's more or less just getting things designed out on the page. This is why I enjoy the Divi builders, because it allows me to actually be a designer versus being a coder. Even though I do enjoy coding things too. So I'm just going into each module and those button modules, and I'm actually just going into alignment, and I'm centering each one on the page. The cool thing too is I'll show you here is, let's save this out. When I save this, I'm saving all the changes to the pages, but what I want to show you here is at the bottom here, far left, it actually shows you how. So this is going to be your desktop view. And if you click this tablet view here, it condenses it down and it gives you an idea of how it's going to look inside of a tablet. And then if you click it one more time, you go to the next one, to the phone, and then it shows you exactly how it's going to look inside of a phone. So this image gallery too, one of the things I wanted to point out to you too is it does not condense down into mobile. So what you can do, workaround to that, see how I condense it down into mobile, and it's not mobile responsive at all. This banner we could actually fix. I could fix with margin and some padding, and I could get that to condense down with no issue whatsoever. It wouldn't be a problem. Um, but what I'll show you here is if you notice here when we're in mobile, that gallery it doesn't condense down. It's not mobile responsive. So a workaround for this is rather than build out a gallery like that, I'm just going to delete this out completely. I'm going to delete this out too. This is the thing too, is you can actually delete out the sections too. You just click the delete. Alright, so say for instance I wanted to build out a mobile responsive gallery rather than having that stupid just that stupid gallery that doesn't condense it down into mobile. You could actually do it this way. So you would just click in the module here, add new section, and then regular section, and then say for instance you want it four thumbnails per 4 different thumbnails per section. So you have 4 different sections here, and then what you can do is just go add new module, and then you can just add individual images. I would actually build out a gallery this way just because it gives you the opportunity to have things condensed down into mobile. And then what you could do is you could add another row. And just click image. Image. So now you have essentially 8 different images, and you can actually go into and you can add another row. For instance, if you want it to be like, let's see, we'll add just another row, a text row. Then you can just go in and say, I don't know, illustration gallery. We'll use a header tag in here. You can actually use HTML in here too. And I'll say H1 tag, Dre's illustration gallery. And then what you can do is you could actually move this above everything else here to the top. I don't know why I put that in there. It shouldn't be in there. It should be above it. Just Control Z it. Let's try this again here. I know what I did wrong. Alright, so I'm just going to grab this row, move it to the top here, see, and it's going to just drop it right above. So it gives you the option to make a title for the gallery itself. And let's see. What you could do is, here is you could actually link it to different So you could actually link it to a different page if you wanted to, or it gives you the option, like here, it will actually open up in a light box, meaning if you click the thumbnail, so I'll save this out so you can see. What I would do though is I would probably, for each one of these, I would make these thumbnails just to give you like a preview of the image, and then I would build out each image on a separate page entirely. I would give each image I know it's a lot of work, but that's how I would do it. So I'm going to exit this, and then you can just see how it works in the light box here. See, and then it opens in the light box, which isn't bad, I guess. That's another way that you can do it. But the cool thing here, though, what I want to show you here, I'll enable the builder again. So by building it out that way, it will actually stack in mobile. So you'll see how it looks now. That's how it would look in tablet view. And then if we wanted it to stack in phone view, that's how it would look. So now it's actually responding to the browser. There's another thing I want to show you too here, so I'll go back to the cool thing about Divi Builder is you can actually edit text right on the page, as long as you're in the builder itself. So say for instance, I wanted to edit this title here, I could just highlight it right here and say this is my new title, and you can actually just edit the text on the page. The other cool thing too is I'll show you here is if you just go into the module sections, go into design, title text, so you can do the different font weights, bold, text size, color. This will give you all the options, and then you can actually pick so you could actually pick the title, the font. There's so many different fonts in here. There's millions of them. And if you want to add a custom font, you can actually do that as well. So you would just click upload, and you can just drag either your TTF file or the OTF file onto here and upload it. Give it a name and upload it, and that will allow you to add a custom font if you want to, which is really cool. And so that should be it. I'm going to save this page out for you so you can play around on here if you want. And I've actually just I've set up the home page here. There's a contact page and a blog, but and there's I think the contact page, let's see, let me view it. Yeah, so I actually did start to set up a contact form, but I can actually show you how to do this, how to set up the contact form. It's pretty easy. once we get it built out. It's really simple, actually. But this is the home page I started to set up for you. So basically, what I was doing was I built out a full width slider for you at the top. And then I was going to link it to different pages, like a bio page, etc. But I think I initially had set this up to correspond to your actual site now, the way you have it now, like per section. How you have different things sectioned. And you can literally just go in here. This I actually saved off of I started off of a template, an existing template, and you can just delete that out. Delete that out too. So I mean that's I pretty much gave you a start there. Yeah, so that should be it. If you have questions, just let me know. Give me a call or whatever, and I'll help you out. No problem. All right.